ready to go and take off to, I don't know, out west. I actually think I'm gonna probably head down toward Vegas first, and then Arizona, and then Utah, and then kind of move my way up toward like northern Utah, Wyoming, Montana, that whole area. As you can see, I got everything ready to go. Got everything up in the Yakima cargo box. It's the Grand Tour 16, and I have fishing poles and a tent, which is used just basically to cook under and things like that. It's just a screened-in tent. I have a bathroom / shower tent, some pillows, some tables, a bathroom kind of like toilet type thing that uses a bag, and a chair, Coleman, a bunch of other stuff. It's all really light stuff, and so it just takes up space. So that's going up top. It's 160 pound weight capacity, but I think I'm only using like 100 because the thing itself is 60 pounds, and then I have about 100 to play with, so probably well under that. But that's up there, and then in the back got like a shower down here. Here's an extra mat for my bed that I'm going to be using, and then I also have the test mat in the sub trunk down here, along with a couple toys, microwave, had to have that, which I'll be using with the Jackery 1500, just a regular cooler for using like dry stuff, just to have something in there sealed. I have another cooler that, or actually it's a refrigerator / freezer. Currently right now, yeah, but it's at 34 degrees and 1 degree. It should be, I think I set it at 36 and 0. So it actually cools off pretty quick. I don't have anything in there right now, except for a couple drinks, and the freezer is empty, but I will be stopping at the store to pick stuff up for that. And then, yeah, a couple other small things in here. And in back here, a couple water bottles, 7-gallon water bottles. And here's the Jackery 1500. And then front, just like my computer stuff. And down here, a couple things for the bathroom and the kitchen, so I can cook, and some snacks and camera gear, stuff like that. Up front, my clothes, pretty much all my clothes in here, and some cords and things like that, laundry. And so that'll pretty much stay up here because it's easy to get to, and I can, if I, check into a hotel or to an Airbnb or something like that, it's easy to just grab my stuff and take it in. But otherwise, everything is pretty much ready to go. A little nervous, gotta be honest. Also a little, a little anxious. I'm pretty fired up too as well, but I don't know, this is way out of my element. So doing this for a few months is not something I would typically do. And while I've camped growing up and fished and done some hiking, nothing to this extent. So traveling out west to places like Montana and Wyoming, bear country, it's definitely a little unnerving, but also pretty exciting. So I'm gonna take off now, and I have no plan as of today, and I'm probably just gonna head west. I'm gonna head down to Albert Lea, from Minneapolis area down to Albert Lea, a couple hours, then take, I think it's 90 west, and I'm just gonna head out west, and we'll do that for, I don't know, till the evening. And then I'm not exactly sure where I'm gonna stop tonight, but or if I'm gonna camp tonight or just do a hotel and try to kind of organize things. That's the thing, is like trying to organize, do video, set up cameras, all that stuff. It's a lot of work. It's no joke. So trying to do all that stuff right now at the beginning is going to be a little chaotic, and the video is probably going to suffer a little bit, but got to start somewhere. So I will keep you guys informed on what's going on, but I'll probably take off now. I think I have about 300 miles on the car right now. Okay, so this is it. We're off. Head west right now, and if I can look at the map here, zoom out a little bit. We're gonna go right now from, I'm in the Twin Cities area just north of it. I have a storage area, so I was taking some things out and putting things in. So I think I'm ready. There's a few things I couldn't bring, just not enough room, but getting ready to head out. Gonna head south right now on 35W down from Twin Cities here down to Albert Lea, and then I'm gonna get it. I should have about 35% charge when I get to Albert Lea. Right now I have 258 miles. I haven't seen what that is percentage-wise yet. I guess I could look real quick. If I go to that and then to, I think, navigation. No, it's display. And then under display, I can put on energy. Okay, so I have 79%. I prefer keeping it on mileage just because it makes a little more sense to me. If I see a sign that says, 45 miles to this, I know that I need at least, 50 miles or so on there. So put it back to distance, but I have 79% right now. And I should have 35% when I get to Albert Lea, to the charging station there, which I believe it might be 250 kilowatt. I can't remember. But then we are going to jump on 90 and take 90 west out toward the Rockies, basically through South Dakota. Here you can see all those different superchargers along the way, and I haven't decided yet. I don't know where I'm going right now, actually, to be quite honest with you. This weekend I might be going to visit my brother who lives in Colorado and his family, or I may go a little bit north. My thinking is that right now it's a little cold in the whole plan here was to do like Glacier National Park, Yellowstone, kind of hit that whole area. Problem with that is that it's cold in hell there right now. I mean, relatively speaking, it's not summer like it is here. Right now it's 78 degrees here in the Twin Cities, and right now during the day it's not that bad. It's in like the 60s probably out in Wyoming and Montana, but then at night it's getting down into the 30s, sometimes the 20s, and that doesn't sound a lot of fun right now. So I think the plan is to head down toward like Arizona, Vegas. Obviously I won't be camping when I'm doing that, but be hanging out there for a little bit. I will go to like Grand Canyon, definitely gonna hit Zion National Park, and there's some hiking and stuff that I want to do around there. I'm gonna stick to more like Nevada, Arizona, Utah, Wyoming, Montana, Colorado, kind of that whole area. And so if you guys got any suggestions, please let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, yeah, the plan is just to head down to Albert Lea right now, in southern Minnesota, and then just jet west on 90, and then see how far I can get. I don't want to be looking for a camping spot tonight when it's dark or anything like that, and I didn't set anything up in advance. I may sleep in the car. As I've shown in previous videos, I got everything back here. I can put this down and I have a great bed that's available to me at any point, which is kind of why I got the Tesla. And I have the climate controls, so I can keep that on it at any point. Don't have to worry about if it's cold out, if it's hot out. I can set whatever temperature I want. So I'm just gonna head out, make it as far as I can. I'm thinking maybe to like the Badlands or something like that, like in, what is that, southwestern South Dakota. So we'll see what happens and where I end up later tonight. I'll get a little bit more of a schedule once I kind of figure out over the next day or two some things with my family and where they're going to be and stuff like that. So once I figure that out, I'll let you guys know. Otherwise, just heading west, and we'll play it by ear for right now and see what happens. All right, well, at least we're off. This is finally happening. This has been planned for months and months, probably 6 to 7 months during the pandemic. And I was just like, as soon as I get vaccinated and I can get back out there and go travel, while we can't really travel internationally quite yet, I figured what's the next best thing, and that's traveling the United States. Forward to the next few months, and hopefully you guys can follow along on the journey and offer any constructive feedback, not only on the videos but also places to go and camp, hike, fish, all that stuff. So stick around and we'll see what happens over the next few months. Thanks. super fired up right now. Got autopilot on, and just well, a little bit of rain obviously, but autopilot's on, just cruising, and just super pumped, super happy, which you know, based on the last year with what's been going on in the world, it's kind of a big statement, I think. So I'm on 35 headed south from the Twin Cities, probably about 45 minutes south of Minneapolis, St. Paul area. And I'm just like kind of thinking about it. I'm like, I'm finally doing this. I've been planning it for like 7 months during the pandemic, and now it's actually happening. And I don't have a plan on where I'm going tonight. Like, I have no idea. It's kind of fun. It's a little nerve-wracking, but it's kind of fun too. Just to like, I'm just headed west, and we'll see what happens. And this whole trip is kind of going to be like that. It's like, you know, who are you going to meet? Who are you going to end up like hiking with? You know, who are you going to fly fish with, or things like that, when you're just going to come across people along the way on your travels. And that's kind of fun and exciting to think about. So I don't know, I'm just pumped right now. Just headed, like I said, headed south and then all the way west. And I don't know, maybe I'll drive to Wyoming tonight. Maybe I'll stop somewhere in South Dakota. Not sure yet, but cool thing is I don't have any plans. I don't have to be anywhere. So just gonna drive. Kind of fun. Yeah, this is actually one of my favorite superchargers. Just the setup here at the petrol station is super good. Obviously, it's a huge petrol station for truckers and just people, you know, driving through the area. But it's got a nice little setup here with a McDonald's and a Pizza Hut and a Caribou Coffee, Taco Bell, bunch of stuff. Plenty of room out here. Lots of people with RVs, as you can see, as well as
destination is on the right.
Yeah, just iron skillet for restaurants, all sorts of things. And then nice easy in, easy out for the Tesla drivers. And we will go down here and just take the first one. I can't remember if these are 150 kilowatt or 250. I think 150, but we'll see here in a second. Okay, so I'm here at the Albert Lee Supercharger. I am getting 133 kilowatts right now charging, so that's pretty good. Nobody else is here. I think there's like 8 units, 8 stalls, and nobody else is here right now. And I have it set, because I'm on a trip, I have it set for trip all the way to the right, so I can get 100%. And it says 50 minutes, but again, you don't have to always stay as long as it says. That would be to get a full charge. Right now, I currently have 101 miles. Let's check what that means as far as energy. Okay, so I arrived with probably about 29, 30%. No, actually, I think we just looked. It was like 25%. And so I had 25% when I got here. Already, just in the last couple minutes, already up to 32%. And now we want to figure out where we're going to go to next. So like I said, I have no plans right now. I'm just going to head west.
I did get an email from my brother who lives in Colorado, who I might end up stopping there. So I'm not 100% sure right now. We were thinking about going camping somewhere in Colorado with his family. And so let me look here. Now I'm going to jump back on, I got to go north a little bit, like a mile or two, and then jump back on 90 here. And 90 will take me all the way west. Here's Sioux Falls, South Dakota. And as you can see, then a bunch of superchargers going through South Dakota until you get into Wyoming. And then, you know, depending on where we're going to go, maybe to Colorado, maybe up toward Montana. Not 100% sure yet. One issue I am having, I took delivery April 30th, and it is the Wednesday, May 19th. So about 3 weeks, a little less than 3 weeks I've had it, and there are a couple issues that I've run into. One in particular is with climate control, which is really bad because I'm planning to be camping in this or staying in this overnight or things like that. And right now, climate control is not working. So there's an issue. I've looked it up on the Tesla forums, and I haven't really got a for sure answer on what's going on. And I tried to book, or I tried to get a Tesla service call. I put in the address at the hotel I was at in Minneapolis, and it said if there was mobile service, they would come out, or depending on the issue, well, you could set up an appointment. But the next appointment was 1 week away. How is that going to help me? The car's less than 3 weeks old. That kind of pisses me off, actually. So if I'm not going to be able to camp in this for this week or something until I can get to Vegas or get an appointment, that's going to be a pretty big bummer and kind of a really big negative on my view on this right now. I mean, I love the car, I love the performance, I love all the features and everything, but there are a few little quirks and things like this that aren't working. So as you can see, I got the camera up here going, and as you can see, I'll try to zoom in as well. I'll click climate, and it says climate keeper unavailable due to system fault. And then on my phone, and if I go to here, this is a photo or a screenshot that I took. This has been happening over the last few days. It says climate. It's like an error. It says climate failed to turn on climate, and then you have to hit OK, and then nothing happens. And so that combined with the climate keeper unavailable due to system fault. Now I have seen a few people talk about this on the forums, and let's see here if I can find something. This guy said, picked up my Model Y less than a week ago. Today I got the message, failed to turn on climate control in the Tesla app. His heating AC wasn't working properly, and so not exactly sure what's going on there. And I'm going to try doing what's called a system reboot. Basically, it's kind of like on an iPhone when you do a hard reset. And so I'm going to try that, see if that works, and then we'll go from there. As long as I could get it even on the inside, I don't even care if the app is making it work right now. I just care that when I'm in the car, I can turn on camp mode. I need it on. I got to keep it on when I'm in the car. So, but with this one, there's two reboots. There's a soft apparently, where you just hold down these two scroll wheels until the screen just turns off and reboots. Or you can do that and hold down the brake pedal until the Tesla logo appears, which is what I plan to do, because I'm still having that issue, like I said, with climate control, where it says climate keeper unavailable due to system fault. I don't know how to get rid of that, but I'm on a road trip and I bought this Tesla primarily to use climate control. I need to be able to camp and back when I want, and so this is huge for me. So let's give it a try right now, and we'll push the brake down. We're gonna hold both. It says to hold it for about 10 seconds and the brake, and that'll do a hard reboot. Okay, here we go. There's the faded Tesla logo just showed up. So this was a hard reboot, and this is supposed to clear everything kind of. I wouldn't say, I don't think, send it back to factory settings, because you still have your your profile and all that stuff, but it kind of just resets everything. Now again, I'm going to wait a second before I hit climate, but I want to see if that comes back. If not, I'm going to have to make a service center appointment, either in Vegas or maybe somewhere near Denver or something like that, because not acceptable. 3 week, 20 20 days old, and it's already having one of the main issues. So let's see here. Nope, climate keeper unavailable due to system fault. What the 3 weeks old, and I need this to camp. So not happy, that's for sure. We're trying to go to Sioux Falls, South Dakota. I should have about 20% when I get there. It says I have 314 miles right now. Should be plenty. Again, roof rack is gonna and the cargo box is gonna take away a little bit of range, so we'll kind of see how much. It's 5:26 right now. It says I should get there with 19%. We'll see at the next stop. All right, here we are leaving the Albert Lee Supercharger.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. Oh, you and I, we got it. Oh, we don't need no more. Oh, even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm.
Alright, so that's one reason I stopped. The other reason was that my car said it was down to about, it would have gotten down to about 2 or 3%, and so I decided it was a supercharger, like the next stop. So I was like, you know what, I'll jump off real quick, get that done, and I might even stay a little bit longer because there is a line of storms about to come through, and I'd rather be just sitting and chilling here watching YouTube or something like Netflix than driving through that. So okay, so just an update. I am at the Supercharger here. It's Sherburn, Minnesota Supercharger, 150 kilowatts, 8 stalls. Nobody else is here. Nobody's at the gas station part either. But I ended up stopping here because it, like I mentioned a minute ago when I was coming back from the bathroom, there's a huge storm coming in. It actually ended up going north, so wasn't a big deal. Didn't even barely rain here. But I looked at the charging, and it looked like I would have made it to Sioux Falls with only about 3%, and that's a little too close for comfort for me with the cargo box on the rack up top. And so with the weather coming and only having about 3% by the time I got there, I just decided it was better just to pull off. If the storm came through, I just waited out while I'm charging. But while I did that, I actually ended up going on to the service part of the Tesla app and was able to get a service appointment for the Denver one later this week, and then ended up I'm going to see my some family in the area on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then once I'll take care of this on Friday morning, right when I get into Denver, get that straightened out with the whole climate control thing. I don't know what's going on, so want to make sure I get that in there as soon as possible, get that taken care of Friday, then can spend the weekend with my brother and his family and a couple other relatives, and then head kind of toward the Vegas / Arizona area, maybe Utah, kind of the Southwest. So, all right, enough talking. I got to get out of here.
I would be up waiting for you if you had to leave. I would wait a lifetime if you were at sea. I just wanna say that I feel that our love is real. Maybe we should hurry up and seal the deal.
Okay, so I got here to the Mitchell, South Dakota Supercharger, and it was actually pretty right on. So I have 41 miles left, ended up with about 13% left. So good to go. It's 10:11 now at night. So I think, and it's kind of like hard to see simply because there's like spray. It's a little wet out. So I think I'm probably going to just charge up here for a good bit and then maybe I have a sandwich that I put in the cooler. So probably do that. And then maybe find a spot around here like a Love's or like a petrol station and just crash there for the night, put the bed down and back, and wake up. I mean, I'm no reason to go to a hotel or anything like that tonight, or a campground this late. So just makes sense to pull over somewhere safe where there's other people and crash there, put the bed down, wake up early around 6 and get on the road again. I'd like to get to Mount Rushmore tomorrow just for a little bit, go kind of around the Badlands area, and then see how far I want to drive tomorrow toward the Denver area. So that's about it for right now, and I'll probably do one more update before I head to bed. All right, so I think I hit a few bugs. My Lord, man. Look at that. Wow. Well, good morning. And it was a bit of a rough one. I had to rearrange a bunch of stuff, move it out of here. It's asleep, but put it up in front. And it was a rough one because I didn't get really to bed till like 1:30 or 2. So I gotta figure some of this stuff out, where to put it underneath in the sub trunk, things like that. So
now take the Interstate 90 West ramp on the right.
all right, so getting back on the highway here on I-90 West. It was a good sleep. I didn't really get to bed till about 1:30, like I said. So it was also trying to just get used to everything. But it's 7 a.m. and we're headed to Murdo Supercharger, Murdo, South Dakota. And then from there on toward Rapid City, as you can see on the sign there, kind of that whole southwestern corner of the state.
I saw you from across the room. When our eyes met, I never knew that I could feel this way, and it's kinda strange. Don't even know your name. I don't know you, but I want to get to know you. Just wanna get to know you. I don't know you.
All right, just getting to the Murdo, South Dakota Supercharger. Should just be up here on the right. You never know where these chargers are. They're always in like such funny places sometimes. Well, not bad.
Now your destination is on the right.
Not bad at all. Little lodge here. Range country. Alright. Alright, so not exactly sure where I'm going to go today, but as you can see, this is a slower charger. This is a 120 kilowatt charger. Still getting 98 kilowatts right now. I don't even know how far I'm going to go. It's pretty cheap too. Last night was like super cheap. Must have been like nighttime rates or something. I filled up for like $6 or something. I definitely want to get to Mount Rushmore just to see that for like a minute. Not too fired up about that, but yeah, so that's like kind of Rapid City area around there. So we'll see how far we get. Probably get all the way down here in Wyoming somewhere near Colorado, and then I'll stay around there before getting into the Denver area to visit some family. So that's about it, but overall, trip is going great. Got a good night's rest. I had a truck stop and just jumped in the back and went over here to this little range country restaurant, used their facilities, and it looked like they had breakfast. It was kind of a weird vibe in there. It was just like two really old couples, and it's dead silent. Nobody was saying a word. There's no music. There's no there's no TV on. There's no, I mean, there was not a waiter or waitress talking. It was dead silent. So, and then the bathroom is right in the middle of the restaurant. So like, you're like right next to where everybody is eating. Well, at least the two couples. So it was kind of a weird vibe, but whatever. I went in there, and the area though is kind of cool. So this is Murdo, South Dakota, and yeah, we'll probably be heading on past Rapid City and on into Wyoming, and then south toward Denver. Getting to the Black Hills now. Should be at the Supercharger in Rapid City in about 11 minutes. Rapid City, South Dakota. Alright, here we go. A couple chargers right here at Planet Fitness outside the Rushmore Mall. Rapid City, South Dakota. All right, that'll do it. All right, so we're starting to charge here at Rapid City, and like I said, we're just going to charge for a little bit to then head to Mount Rushmore for a minute, and then back to the highway, probably charge again, and then on to Wyoming, and then down I-25 into Colorado and Denver area. Got here with about 40 miles left, 12%. So yeah, and I think it said 14%, and I called it at about 12. So I think that ended up being just about right. So it's a little bit less than what they're saying, but they have gotten it has gotten a lot better since the beginning of the trip, based on the range with the cargo box. It's starting to take that into effect now, and it's been fairly accurate, and that's good because I want to make sure, you know,
I never get left out there where I don't have enough to get to the next charger. So, you know, I'm glad that it's starting to be a little more accurate.
Yeah, this is an awesome drive. I had no idea. Yep, there it is. So we're actually going to cut off a lot of time headed toward Denver. We don't have to take the interstate, actually. We'll kind of go through the mountains here, and then there's 1 or 2 stops between getting back on to 25 South. Kind of cut across and head that way. I think it's going to be like a couple hours of driving like this. Just super scenic, beautiful, and nice and relaxing. So looking forward to it, actually.
Saw you from across the room. When our eyes met, I never knew that I could feel this way, and it's kinda strange. Don't even know your name.
There you go, a little teepee camp resort. It's kind of cool. I'm not going to go all the way up. All right, so I'm about a half hour outside of Mount Rushmore. Just cruising here. I'm actually on, looks like Highway 18 that goes down to Lusk, Wyoming. and that's going to be the next Supercharger. I could probably make it on to the one after that, but I don't know. I'm not in any rush or anything like that, and I don't want to risk anything out in the middle of nowhere. But man, this is beautiful. Like, let me turn the camera around. I mean, it's just like gorgeous. It's flattened out a little bit since, you know, by Mount Rushmore, but I obviously already saw the footage for that, but way prettier than I thought it was going to be. I had really low expectations for Mount Rushmore and South Dakota in general, and I was pleasantly surprised. So, in fact, coming out of there, tons of campgrounds, like really nice campgrounds, huge log cabins everywhere, teepee campgrounds, all sorts of options, and it just looked like the whole area was like perfect for families to go camping. So if you're thinking about somewhere to go, I'd actually look at kind of the Mount Rushmore area. But overall, yeah, if you're looking for somewhere to go for a family vacation, there was a lot of cool stuff. There was the touristy stuff. There were all the cool little saloons and stuff like that in the downtown area. And then the drive was just, you know, gorgeous. You couldn't beat it. So pleasantly surprised. Definite thumbs up on Mount Rushmore. Never thought I would say that. So glad I went. Never know where they are. Back by some, what looks to be a seedy motel. All right, let's get charged up. All right, so I'm at the Tesla Supercharger here in Cheyenne, Wyoming, and we'll be headed down toward Denver after this. So getting 111 kilowatts. If you want to see energy, yeah, it's not been good. But it's actually been a little bit better than it was earlier. And then let's see here. Yeah, we'll probably see how far we need to go here. Yeah, so it looks like I actually didn't realize we were this far already. So right here in Cheyenne, just got to go over here to Denver. I'll be going to the Tesla Repair Center or whatever it's called, not too far from Aurora, so kind of around there. And I'll be headed over there tonight, staying in a hotel, and then meeting up with some family and friends tomorrow. So it should be a fun weekend, and charge up here maybe another 10-15 minutes, and I'll have plenty to get all the way there. And some.
I've been feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking.
And we're in beautiful Colorado. Just headed south on 25 from Cheyenne, Wyoming down to Denver.
I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out. So try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look somebody.